Now it's time to choose your coach archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What is the most important thing to you? Acquiring players, maximizing player development, or putting your team in the best position to succeed? Congratulations, it's time to sign your first coaching contract. Make sure to pay attention to the expectations of the role. These are based on real-life historical records of the school. Failing to meet the university's expectations will land you on the hot seat and potentially have you looking for a new job when the coaching carousel rolls around.
All right, the very first thing that I noticed when loading in is we do not have Diego Pavia at quarterback, so I'm not sure what's going on. He's supposedly transferring in from New Mexico State. Maybe they just haven't finalized some of these roster stuff yet. We do have Nate Johnson in here, who has 95 speed. We did call him out in our first video. I guess he's just going to play a little bit sooner than we thought. We thought we would be using Pavia, but 95 speed for a quarterback is going to be great. 95 acceleration as well, 92 agility. He's going to be a great mobile quarterback to fit our offense, so still excited to run with Nate Johnson. As we saw before, we still do have Cedric Alexander as a sophomore running back, looking pretty good at a 79 overall already. Decent speed, good acceleration, decent agility, kind of looks like an all-around back. 77 trucking, 82 break tackle. Excited to build around him in the future and just see how he pans out. In the first video, we mentioned that we have a lot of wide receivers leaving us, so we're a little light at the position, but we do have 80 overall sophomore junior Sherrill. Plan on using him a lot at 90 speed. We also have Micah Bell with 97 speed as a sophomore. We have a graduating senior in Quincy Skinner Jr. Looks like a pretty good all-around wide receiver. So we'll look to build that with our recruiting, get some wide receivers in here, maybe the transfer portal, but looking pretty thin to start out. 80 overall is our best, and then it only goes down from there. As promised, we have a great tight end in Eli Stowers, coming over from New Mexico State. Great with 88 speed and 90 acceleration, 90 agility. Looking very strong as a pass-catching option at tight end. Very excited to get him involved early. So he's going to certainly be one of Nate Johnson's highest targets, and hopefully we can get his overall to improve and get him noticed by the NFL a little bit by the time he graduates as a senior. Our offensive line is pretty shaky and we need to address it right away. Gunnar Hansen is one of our better linemen, but he's a senior graduating, and only behind him is Anthony Miles, who's a 70-year overall sophomore. So I'm going to want to definitely recruit the left tackle position. At our left guard, we'll be looking for someone for the future. We do have a junior at 78 overall, so we got him for a couple of years. So we're not like really needing a left guard right now. We'll look for someone who might be able to redshirt. Probably more aggressively looking next year, but we could also look at someone this year. The center position, we do have a redshirt sophomore at 77 overall, so we're looking pretty strong there. Right guard, we have some seniors and a sophomore who's below 70 overall, so that'll be a position that we're going to be going after as well. We might be able to convert a left guard to right guard or a tackle into right guard in recruiting, but definitely going to be looking at a lot of offensive linemen. And then our right tackle position, we do have a sophomore at 75 overall, so we're good there for a couple of years. In my opinion, we can hopefully develop Misael Sandoval a little bit. Our defensive ends, we will need to recruit a little bit for the future. As you can see, we've got some seniors and one junior at our left end position, our right end looking similar. A couple seniors and a junior, all under 80 overall, so we could certainly use some improvement there. Going to be looking for that. Defensive tackle, we currently have juniors and seniors, so that's going to be a position of need as well. Hopefully we can get a big physical one. Since we're switching to the 3-3-5, we're going to need some big guys to clog up the offensive line. Our outside linebackers are certainly a need for the future. Our left outside linebacker we're going to need now because we have senior, right outside linebacker, junior. We have nothing really at left outside linebacker, so we're going to get someone here as soon as we can. Middle linebacker, Langston Patterson, one of our better defenders, still here for 2 more years, hopefully. 82 overall, looking good there. So maybe next year we'll be targeting someone that we can bring in, or we can bring in someone and redshirt them. Then at our right outside linebacker position, again, we're going to need someone a little bit. This freshman at 67 overall is not going to do it for us. The junior at 75, we're going to be looking for someone to bring in and redshirt them, have them learn for a year, and be ready to play. Corner, looking okay. I always look to improve cornerbacks though, so with a senior leaving and a junior at 78 overall, sophomore at 78 overall, bringing in 1 or 2 more corners is going to be important for us. Free safety, I didn't see Ricky Wright in here, but we do have this 79 overall freshman Deontay Carter, so we'll certainly be starting him. He looks very promising at 92 speed, 94 excel. For a true freshman, 79 overall, I'm very excited to develop his talent. And then, as mentioned in our first video, we have CJ Taylor is probably one of our best players in the team at 89 overall, the senior safety. Might get some looks from the NFL if he ends up being over 90 overall, so that'd be exciting for us to hopefully prove that we can develop talent here at Vanderbilt. All right, so I went through an initial look at our prospect list and added some guys to our recruiting board. I've found 7 4-star recruits that are interested in Vanderbilt, so yeah, this is gonna be tough. So not really gonna waste time with those guys. I started scouting everybody on this list and already offered a scholarship on the top 7 that are all 4 stars. As you might know, in this game, there is a chance that some of these guys end up busting and becoming like 3-star talents. But at this point, if I can land 4-star recruits, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with that. So a lot of these are positions of need: cornerback, wide receiver, D tackle, right outside linebacker, center. So I fired off some scholarship offers to them, as well as began scouting all of these players. I'll see what else I can do with some of my recruiting hours. Definitely still getting used to this game, so I'm going to look into that a little bit, let you guys know. Okay, so I was able to scout this guy all the way. I didn't realize I could keep scouting them, so I wanted to see what happens when I went all the way up on somebody. This guy had me intrigued because he had a really high speed rating as well as good throw power, as a 3-star would-be athlete, probably be turned quarterback. After I scouted him all the way, that gem popped up next to his face, and it is a broken red gem, which I believe means he is a possible bust at the 3-star rating. So he might not be the best player to continue pursuing. Not exactly sure if that's how it works, but I believe it is. So I'm going to keep that in mind and look at some other players to see if I can get them scouted further. Okay, so scouting a little bit further, there's a couple of these guys I sunk 100% scouting into to see where they're at. And I see right here, this right tackle, Billy Pfeiffer, out of Tennessee. So his hometown is close to us. So we got a chance here. 3-star recruit. When we got him fully scouted all the way, the gem popped up as green, which I believe means he's a gem. Could be considered a very high-end 3-star recruit, if not a 4-star. So being that right tackle is a position of need for us, this is somebody we're certainly going to be going after. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to offer him a scholarship because he would fit our needs. We're currently his number 1 school, so I don't want to mess around with this. I want to get him interested in coming to Vanderbilt. We don't want Duke to sweep in there, or it looks like even Georgia's on his board. So hopefully we can keep working on getting Billy Pfeiffer to come in and play right tackle for us. Still learning how this works, but as in my recruiter tree, I'm going to unlock the receiver game for wide receivers and tight ends. It takes less time for us to fully scout them, so we had 5 coach points when you use them right away, just to kind of get a feel for how this is working. I can see that middle part is reaching out toward recruiter a little bit more, so we're going to lean into that while it's unlocked. Everything else is locked. Not exactly sure how they get unlocked, but we'll be figuring that out soon. All right, let's see what happens here when we advance a week. Haven't done that yet, so I'm just curious to see if anything pops up. Okay, so looks like there's some updates on players and a weekly summary of where we're at. Players at risk of transferring away. Oh no. Our quarterback Nate Johnson wants us to be a championship contender and is considering leaving after this year, looks like. So we'll have to improve our ranking to get Nate Johnson to stay. I don't want to lose him at 95 speed or quarterback. So we're going to have to win some games this year to convince him to stay. Probably a big one. Okay, so the number 1 corner that we were recruiting, I just unlocked the rest of his scouting and find out that he's a gem. Which is great because he's 4 stars. That means he could be an upper end 4-star, low end 5-star. So this could be a guy that we could build our defense around and hopefully get to the league. His man coverage is 82, acceleration 90, press 73, speed 94. So this is someone we're really going to want to go in on pursuing. Looks like some of our recruiting has opened up, so I'm going to do some of that. Since he is probably one of our best prospects, I think I'm not going to waste time here and send the house. I've seen that that's a pretty good idea. And we'll see how that goes. So we are at number 3 right now. Let's see if that can bump us up a little bit more. Georgia's in the mix, which scares me. They have not offered him scholarship yet. I really want to stay in the top 5, top 3, because I don't want to get cut out. Let's stay in here with Terrell Cobbs, going all in on recruiting right away. We got a 4-star wide receiver interested in us. We're at number 4 right now. He has 91 speed, 6'4", 95 jumping. Probably not going to be able to get much better wide receivers than this. We are going to go ahead and send the house on him as well. We're going to need to try to bring in some of these 4-star recruits just to make our recruiting classes look better. Prove Vanderbilt. We need to go all in when people are interested in us. So yeah, hopefully we can find more out about his motivations by doing the recruiting and be able to improve that way as well. With Billy Pfeiffer, the right tackle, we're not as low on his list. We're currently his number 1 option, so we're not going to send the house. We're going to contact family and friends just to figure out kind of what his motivations are. We're going to spend 25 hours this week just kind of figuring some of that out. He's already fully scouted, so hopefully this gives us some more information and we can go harder in on this recruit. Okay, I've scouted out Alex Schiller, and he is a gem as well at the defensive tackle position, which is a very big need for us. So when it comes to recruiting for him, not going to waste time as well and going to send the house, which brings us down to 205 recruiting hours left this week. Still think it's worth it to go all in on these 3. Zumei I fully scouted out. Don't really know what position he's going to play, so I'm not really intent on going in super hard on him right away, but still a 4-star recruit. So we'll maybe DM the player and also search his social media. So we'll put 15 points into him and just kind of see how that pans out. But right now, not as interested in him as some other guys. All right, so I mentioned in the intro, episode 1, that Virginia Tech is going to be a very important game for us. This is one that we need to win to get a good record in the SEC. I have not played this game yet, so this will be very interesting. I'm about to launch off Virginia Tech versus Vanderbilt. Wish me luck.
Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
All right, starting off on defense here, they're in the gun. We're using Deontay Carter, our true freshman, who gets a big hit on the ball carrier, forces a fumble, and what a great start. On defense, we're able to get the ball back, and CJ Taylor gets the fumble recovery. Vanderbilt football, let's go. Now on offense, our speedy quarterback Nate Johnson is in the gun, sends Stowers in motion. The ball is a fake handoff and gets the ball out to his wide receiver in single coverage.
Do it, and the referee's caught it.
Barges ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Commodores! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Now with Vanderbilt up 7, the Hokies have a 3rd and 7, trying to convert here. Quarterback out to the side, nobody covering what looks like the tight end here, and they pick up a huge gain. Now 2nd and 11. The out route is killing us, gets his feet in bounds, moving the ball up the field with ease. They ran a perfectly planned screen pass there as all of our guys were blitzing. It was just well timed on their part and blew us right out of the water. Now a man in motion, takes the snap, handoff up the middle, and look at that gap. There's nobody there. We're really struggling on defense to start this one out. Hopefully that can get better. Now the score is level. We're starting our drive here. Johnson from the shotgun throws out quick to the tight end, and that was a bad idea. There was 3 guys waiting there for him, and obviously a missed tackle on my part. I am struggling so much with how to use their tackle in this game. Gonna have to figure that out, but yeah, 14-7 we're now down. That really kills us. Johnson up the pass. Stowers on the sideline. He has great speed, breaks open, and what a huge gain for us. Let's see if we can get a touchdown here. Johnson back in the shotgun, tries to scramble on 2nd and 9, gets sacked for a 5-yard loss. Not good there. End up settling for a field goal here, but it's a long one, and we're able to make it and make it a 4-point game. Now up for the Hokies have a 2nd and 2. Fake handoff up the middle, fools everybody. The quarterback sprints to the outside, and there again is an example of my user tackling not working. I'm trying my best to tackle them, but they just keep whiffing, so I really have to get used to how that works. Now the quarterback in the shotgun throws to the wide receiver, breaks a couple tackles, a nice 13-yard gain there. They're really driving on us. They're at the 9-yard line, 1st and goal, trying to convert here. They find a guy wide open, missed tackle, slides into the end zone. Virginia Tech is taking an even bigger lead on Vanderbilt. Now down 11 points, we're really hoping that our offense can get something going here. Johnson from the shotgun, scrambles, fumbles the ball when he gets hit, and that's another turnover for Vanderbilt. Down 11, that's going to kill us. Now the Hokies take the ball on our side of the field. Running back breaks a couple tackles, keeps going, stays on his feet, somehow gets 9 yards there. And we just don't have enough to stop them. They have everything they need to get to the one, but Langston Patterson is there, and why did you take it out? The interception by our junior linebacker there. Don't know why he took it out of the end zone, but now we have the ball. Stowers running an out route, has the speed to get around the edge. This guy is explosive, eventually gets caught, but I love the explosiveness of Eli Stowers. He's been so fun to have so far. Can't wait to do more with him. We bring the ball all the way to the goal line and punch it in with Cedric Alexander, our sophomore running back. There's a touchdown for Vanderbilt. Finally looking a little bit more like ourselves, making it a 4-point game again after the extra point before the half. So that was huge for us. The game was starting to slip away from us, and we're staying in it. Now Virginia Tech's going to have some time to see what they can do. The quarterback from the shotgun takes the snap, looks around, throws left, and is incomplete. That was 3rd down. So now 4th and 3, the Commodores get the ball back. We get great field position, throw the ball up the middle to Stowers, who was double covered, but there was a pass interference on the play. So we're actually going to get the ball with a 1st down at the 13-yard line. We actually have a chance to take the lead before the half. Somehow Johnson takes a snap, scrambles left a little bit, finds Stowers over the middle. His separation is just insane. That 90 speed is very hard for linebackers to cover. He's definitely a weapon for us, and I intend to use him. That's his first, I don't know if it's his 1st or 2nd touchdown of the day, but Stowers scores right before the half, 11 seconds left. Amazing result for us. Now going into the second half, Cedric Alexander takes the snap and runs to the right, and a nice spin move, keeps running, breaks a tackle, keeps running. Cedric Alexander, what a run to start the half. This is looking good for us. Now Johnson back looks, throws left. The screen is working perfectly. Skinner Jr. is trying to get to the end zone, makes it to the 4-yard line. All we have to do is punch it in here. Johnson takes a snap, throws to the outside, and the defender jumped the route. The 4-yard line. We don't score. Virginia Tech scores. That was horrible. That is certainly where the game starts turning here, as on the return, they force a fumble. They're up 4, and now they have the ball on our side of the field. Virginia Tech looking good. They evade the rush there, evade a couple tackles, get all the way to the 2-yard line. It's going to be pretty easy for them to punch it in here, as they already have the 4-point lead, looking to extend it here. And they punch it in the end zone. 35-24. Vanderbilt struggling now. Direct snap to Alexander on the 4th and 1 works, so we keep our drive alive. We're getting a little desperate now to get some points on the board. Johnson in the shotgun, looks around, can't find anybody, can't get rid of the ball, takes a huge sack there. Now 4th and 15. We have to punt it, but it looks like they ran into the punter on a 4th and 15. That guy might as well decommit from his school. I mean, he's going to be in big trouble. 15 yards. We get an automatic 1st down and keep the ball. Single back shotgun. Johnson stays in the pocket, scrambles right immediately. Sees an opening. That was a 4th and 4, so that was very necessary to try to get those yards. Now Johnson on 2nd and 10 over the middle. That was a bad throw. Trying to force feed Stowers. There was a guy waiting right there for him, and another interception for Johnson. It's not been a good game for him. Can't catch that guy. He is gone. Virginia Tech just grabbing a huge lead now against Vanderbilt. Is there a way we can come back? Johnson finds Stowers on the sideline. Can't break free, but a huge gain there. Now we're on the 50. Johnson can't get rid of the ball. Does as he gets hit, and they intercept it for another interception for Virginia Tech. And now they're going to try to push the ball up the field. We were able to stop them on 3rd down and force a field goal. 4th and inches here, still pretty long field goal. See if they can make it. 42-24 is the score right now. They're going to try to increase their lead to 21 points. That's a 3-score game now. Not looking good for the Commodores. At the end of the 3rd quarter, let's see what we can get going here. Johnson scrambles out to the side. Stops just in time to get that ball out to Hill. Possession reception. Let's go. Alexander breaks to the outside, breaks a tackle, makes a man miss, gets even more yards. What a great reception for Cedric Alexander there. Moving the ball. Let's see what we can do. 4th down now, though. Johnson scrambles out. Is able to hit his guy on a very similar play that we had before. Now Johnson in the shotgun. Single back is Alexander. Over the middle to Stowers. This time not picked.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown Doors.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job.
Stowers has been huge for us as he was able to get in for his 2nd touchdown. Now we're down 2 touchdowns, 31-45. We get a good stop on 3rd down, and we're going to get the ball back here with about 5 minutes left after they attempt this very long field goal. Let's see if they can make this here to increase it to a 3-score game. What a kick. Oh my goodness, this guy is amazing. So now a 3-score game, not looking good for us. This one kind of slipped away with turnovers. Johnson back, scrambles to the outside, and his 95 speed is so fun and amazing. I really want to keep him here, so we got to win some games. Johnson to the outside, great comeback route, good anticipation on the throw.
And they could use one here. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Commodores.
Nice job by the offense going down the field.
So if they hadn't hit that field goal, it'd be a 1-score game now, but unfortunately they did, and there again goes my awful user tackling. I was going for the hit stick to try to break the ball free from the quarterback. Didn't work, game over.
As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team. I mean, think back to 1983 Miami. Got blown out in the opener but won the national championship.
You're absolutely right, Reese. Lots to play for here. And there's no doubt when you watch this team, they've got the talent to get it done. They got to execute better. They got to iron out some of these mistakes we saw here on the field today. But I think if this is a team, if they stay healthy throughout the course of the year, David, they've got a lot to play for this season.
Goodness gracious, I guess I'm the only one that caught the 1983 reference. I know you two guys were alive. I wasn't even alive yet. Good Lord, you guys are old. Like, this is a long time ago. Can you use a little better reference there, Reese Davis?
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Nate Johnson ended up with 390 yards, but more interceptions than touchdowns. Some of those were very unfortunate. A lot of them were on me, though. That has to improve. Unfortunately, that was just a rough game for him. Cedric Alexander almost got 100 yards. 97 yards, averaged 6.9 a carry with 2 touchdowns. Johnson had 36 yards as well. Eli Stowers was the big receiving man with 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bell with 82. And Sherrill got 4 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Defensively, looked pretty good all around. Lots of tackles for a lot of guys. No sacks. Langston Patterson got that huge interception in the end zone. That was a very rough loss week 1 to Virginia Tech. I was hoping we could pull out that game. A lot of it had to do with me still getting used to the game. A lot of bad interceptions, really bad turnovers, especially at the 2-yard line we were about to score, and they got a pick 6 on us. A lot of things could have gone a lot better. Hopefully things are going to straighten out, but this season's going to be tough if we lost that game. That was a very key game for us to win. Unfortunately, lost it. Hopefully, you guys will stick with me. Tune in next week. We're playing FCS Southeast Pandas, which looks it's an FCS team. Next episode, we're going to get into some more recruiting and then play them and see if we fare any better against a team that's not as good as Virginia Tech. Technically, Virginia Tech was a little bit better than us, so I don't really think it's a huge surprise they beat us, but I was hoping to kind of eke that one out. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one.